Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is pushing all-time highs, which means all altcoins are having a hard time keeping up with Bitcoin in the current moment. Anytime Bitcoin breaks out to all-time highs, we know the story. We've been through this before. This is very exciting because ultimately Bitcoin could have chosen to go down, and that's going to be more painful in the short term than if Bitcoin just continues to go up, march up that hill. Just trucking along. Every single week, it seems to be making a higher high. This is the bull run, ladies and gentlemen. Clear skies ahead. How is everyone doing? Good morning, MK. We got the guest Yeti in the house, the famous Yeti from Dynex in the house. Early morning live stream. What's good? Although it's like dinner time for you, I think. What's good, Beagle? How's it going, Talkrid? Oh man, no. Good evening. Welcome in, Zach, C90, Thuna. The crew is all here. The gang's all here. Currently speaking, decentralized science as a function of the total market cap is down 14.7% today. That is quite all right because leading the charge upwards, we have things like preprint up 50%, CTI up 31%, the fake genomes token up 15%, TRL up 12.9%. We have a lot of the non-blue chip coins, if you will, that are pumping right now. And I say that with as much respect as I possibly can, but let's be real. A lot of the blue chip coins are things like Data Lake or Research Coin or some of the bio DAOs, right? A lot of those coins are kind of down a little bit right now, in which people have been taking profits from them and then rotating into some of the smaller ones. Maybe I should use that. Not so much blue chip and non-blue chip, but larger and smaller. So some of the bigger DeSci plays have kind of had profit taking, and then it goes into some of the smaller cap plays. But one thing that is super, super exciting that we saw here today is a second category has been added to CoinGecko. We have not only decentralized science, DeSci, but we have DeSci memes. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. We got Deep Worms, Sci-Hub, DeSci, the token, and Bio Acceleration, the token. All very, very small. Now, you guys all see the name of the live stream. What's good, Kurt? How's it going, Slim? Welcome, guys. Happy to see you guys again. You guys all see the title of this live stream, and so I want to talk to you guys about what it is I'm specifically referencing when I say that this event sparked the bull run last year. Last year, crypto was popping off around this time, right? We saw Bitcoin starting to march up and break out a little bit, just like we are right now. And then DeSci was down in the trenches. Nobody knew about it at all. I had been talking about it just briefly. I had recently discovered it. Well, I discovered it at the beginning of last year, but I had recently pivoted to making content around it. Research Hub Foundation every year hosts an event called SciCon, in which they get many of the scientific industry's brightest minds from San Francisco into one area, one room, one event. It's a private event, and they talk about science, innovation, and blockchain technology and DeSci. Now, this event is not going to be as heavily focused on DeSci. However, Brian Armstrong and Patrick Joyce, the co-founders of Research Hub, are giving a keynote at this event to start us off for the entire day of DeSci content. Now, if you take a look here, and like when I say that this sparked off the bull run, I've said it a bunch of times, but Research Hub was sitting at like a $1.5 million market cap last year when this happened, and it went up 8,000%. So clearly this has some pull. All it did was Brian Armstrong put Research Hub in his bio. This time we have Brian Armstrong talking in person at the event, and we can kind of come see the speakers. We got Brian Armstrong, like they said, hey guys, this is going to be a more science, more legit science speakers, more legitimate science-focused, not so much DeSci-focused event. And it's like, okay, well, let's take a look at the speakers for a second and just see if that kind of confirms it or what kind of thoughts we have there. We got Brian Armstrong, the co-founder and CEO of Coinbase and Research Hub. So obviously, he's a speaker. He'll be there in person, and we're expecting some good content coming from him. Then we have head of open science at Astera Institute. So again, open science, aka decentralized science, pretty bullish. We have the founder and CSO of Quantum Biology DAO. Very, very bullish. A new DAO that is coming from Bio Protocol. So they'll be in that index fund of Bio DAOs. We have Vincent. You're gonna have Vincent come on and speak, and it's not DeSci focused at all. Oh, we have OpenAI. It's literally all about open access, open, like, what the hell? I think when I read his name initially, I thought the other Vincent. If you guys know, you know. We have John, the founder and CEO of SynBio Beta. We have someone from Life Therapeutics, Sage Bio Networks. We have Convergent Research. So we have someone from Base, business development of Base. There's Patrick Joyce from Research Hub. Like, there's a lot of big names in the industry here. We have Paul, the co-founder and CEO of BioProtocol and Molecule. We have Jeffrey from Research Hub Foundation. So a lot of big names in the industry, but also a lot of big names in some of the traditional science industry. So this is an onboarding event to get TradSci excited about DeSci. This is the liquidity generation event for the merging of the two sectors, because ultimately we don't want to put TradSci out of business. We want to force them to adapt and become more transparent. That's the key thing here, because you're never going to really force something out of business. You need to just shift the industry's attention. And if we can make it 20%, 10% more open source and transparent, that's a huge W. Over a long enough time frame, obviously, we would like to make it 100%, but you got to take baby steps. So the fireside chat, this is PST. The registration and opening from 9 to 10, so that's going on right now. From 10 to 10:30, we have the fireside chat. Now, I would love to be live for this because, believe it or not, guys, they are, in fact, live streaming the event. However, and this is the big caveat, this is where I have to say I'm sorry, guys, but you need to hold 10,000 research coin to be able to access the live stream. That's funny as hell. That's super funny. Oh, look at the sponsors. We have Base Network and BioProtocol. You're going to tell me this event is not massive, not astronomical, not crypto focused? It is crypto focused, ladies and gentlemen. And I do believe we have a very, very exciting time ahead of us here. Vincent, good morning, team. Thanks for super work. Hell yeah, Vincent. Welcome. So if you guys want to watch the event, I put it in the description of the video here on YouTube. So I'll take it, put it over on X as well in case anyone wants to go to it. But you need 10,000 research coin in order to watch it, which we could, but I did not get permission to live stream it. And I feel like I'd be looking over too far. Yeti says, I'm actually looking at adding more speaking events that I will be at for 2025. Let's go, Yeti. Let's get you into some of these DeSci events. Most of the time I know of or know the people putting on the DeSci events. So let's get you in to some of them. I would love to get Dynex more and more recognition in these science events, especially knowing what we talked about a couple weeks ago about the developments that Dynex has going on. I think that the DeSci people, like the biotech people, would be very excited. Biohacker DAO completed their first fundraiser. So before we get super into it, I do want to say that I have something extremely important I have to work on today, and it's very time sensitive. And so I am going to have to end the live stream about 15 minutes early. So let's rapid fire cover everything that we need to cover for the updates of DeSci. If you don't know, we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto market. Today is Wednesday, and I have to end it a little early. Tomorrow is the first DeSci raid since DeSci really popped off. So tomorrow, Thursday, is DeSci raid day. We're also enacting a very exciting moment here, okay? I want you guys to listen up closely because tomorrow is Bring a Friend to Stream Day. You need to bring one of your friends, somebody out there in the world who is going to be a good raider. Tomorrow is Bring a Friend to Stream Day. And we're going to be doing the DeSci raid on a community that we want to pay attention to DeSci. We have suggestions of Altcoin Daily. I think there's a lot of potential here for us to make some impact. It's something fun that we all do. And in order to maintain mod status in the DeSci Shillers Telegram group, which I will be opening back up to the public here because it just is needed. In order to have mod status, you have to partake. We got VitaDAO in the X chat right now. Let's go. Hell yeah. What's good, Mohammed? Currently on an airplane, says Vincent. Bullish. Yeti says, what happens if you don't have any friends? We're taking that 15 minutes out of your pay, Patrick. God damn it, C90. Mods. Get him out of here. Excuse me, Yeti, but I vaguely remember that you were sitting next to someone when we had our call. So, I mean, they're probably there right now too. That's your best friend. What are you talking about? Get him in. Get him in. You're hermited with someone, my guy. My friends are all trolls and like to disrupt you. Don't want them. All right, fine, MK. No excuse. Why are you all making excuses already? No excuses. You got to work for your bags, baby. You got to work for your bags. What's good, Athena Dow? Welcome. Goddamn, guys. We got quite the crew over on X. So I wish I could live stream this, and I wish I had asked for permission beforehand, but I don't want to overstep this 10,000. They're token gating it for a reason. And since I did not get permission, I asked, but they're probably all already busy at work right now. I don't want to be that person that just does shit like that without getting permission. Another thing I wanted to talk about today is the Binance article. Now this is Binance Square, so it's like a news board on Binance's website, because you guys know that Binance is also a social media website. Kind of crazy, but they went through 12 promising cryptos that you need to watch. The decentralized science movement is gaining momentum, and with Binance and A16Z throwing their weight behind it, this could be the next big crypto narrative. We also, these are two cool VCs that have invested into some of the DeSci projects out there, but they are not the only two. There is an overwhelming amount of VCs which have tossed money at decentralized science. And so they went over 12 promising cryptos. I do, before we read any of the article, want to shout out Crypto Hub because they posted it first. All right, not to shame whoever posted this, but if we go ahead and look, this is the graphic they used, right? Binance Square, DeSci 100x coins. If you notice, it's Research Coin, Hippo, Track, Dynex. Shout out Dynex, shout out Yeti, right? You notice that? See this little arrangement? If you come look at this, you see that little arrangement? Something fishy's going on. Top 12 DeSci cryptos 2025, 50 to 100x potential. Top 12 promising cryptos you need to watch, 50 to 100. I don't know, man. Something fishy's going on, so I just want to give props to where it's deserved. I saw it on Crypto Hub first. But let's go ahead and read it. It's exciting that it's on Binance. But what is DeSci? Y'all know what DeSci is. What is DeSci, chat? What is DeSci? We got a link from Athena DAO over in the X. Let's see what they posted up here. Drains liquidity. Oh shit, Binance Square also talking about Babycoin. All right, we'll do that one after this one. I see you, Athena. I see you. Imagine it was one of the scam Athena DAO the scam Athena DAO accounts that are out there, and they posted the link in here. I copy pasted, and on live I get my wallets drained. That would be quite funny. I would have to laugh pretty aggressively. Don't click on random links, guys. That's Mrs. Yeti. Oh, I know. Get Mrs. Yeti in the degen trenches with us. Come on. Don's not allowed. He brings +1 every time. Okay, but let's be real, C90. Have any of Don's +1s actually ever showed up? He keeps adding people to the Discord, but nobody ever is actually there. Love you, Don. I know it's COG. I know. That's why I put the link in, Athena. I know. I'm just playing around. Paradigm shift. You damn right. All right. What is DeSci, or decentralized science? It is a crypto-powered sector aimed at revolutionizing how scientific research is conducted, funded, and shared. Binance Academy article on DeSci. More detail right there. If you guys don't know, I don't know where you've been, but Binance invested into BioProtocol. Bullish. BioProtocol is an incubator. It's basically Y Combinator for bio DAOs. Problems with traditional science, restricted access, paywalls limit global collaboration. That is going away under Trump administration, not because of Trump, but because of legislation that actually the Biden administration passed, in the United States at least. Worldwide, DeSci is still here to shift it. Slow funding, very slow funding. We saw it on the X Space I hosted yesterday at 3 p.m., which I think I'm going to do a more regular cadence with. So Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, probably going to do a weekly live on X for Spaces. But we had Athena Dow up there, and we had a dev, I forget his name right now. No, it was the streaming dev who had a bright idea, who proposed it to Athena Dow. And Athena Dow was like, yeah, let's hit up in the DMs and see if we can get some grant proposals going for you and see if we can get some funding going for what your idea is, because it sounds pretty intriguing. And so on a live stream, we saw the rapid application, the actual real life implications of decentralized science. The slow funding is no more when you have ecosystems like what we saw on that X Space. So Mrs. Yeti has a better portfolio than I do. You're lying. You're lying. Lack of collaboration. Centralized control hinders data sharing. Yeah, because the data being siloed means that it's super valuable, and it being siloed means no one actually wants to share it without getting money. And so everyone's like, well, fuck you. And they're like, no, fuck you. And so DeSci allows for collateralization. I don't need to read how DeSci fixes this because I already went over all of it. Use cases of DeSci: medical research, genomic data, synthetic biology, AI-powered discovery. Very bullish on this one, and this one, and this one actually. And you know what? This one too. Real-world examples like Vita DAO, Genomes DAO, Research Hub, Data Lake Token. They listed 12. Number 1 was Track, and that's because it's ranked number 1 by market cap. Number 2 is Riff and Euro from Pump Science. They're memifying everything, but acting as the liquidity unlock for decentralized science on Solana. So that is very bullish to see these listed. Then we got Vita DAO, who is funding longevity research. We have Research Hub, who's hosting the SciCon event today and has publication platforms. We have Axon DAO, who is a funding DAO. They have that ring going on. They're trying to unlock some of the data that's out there. Hair DAO for your hair, right? They're trying to end male pattern baldness and more, of course. Yo, Vita DAO in the chat still. Vita DAO also launched a supplement very, very recently. And Vita DAO and Athena DAO, I put a message into a group chat with some people from your guys' company, and you guys should read that message. I have a very interesting opportunity for any of the DeSci leaders out there, any of the DeSci projects who have consumer-facing physical products. Very, very interesting proposal for some of you guys. And that goes for honestly, any company, but yeah, very interesting proposal for you guys. So Hippocrat, this is over in Korea. They have their parent company, or their sister company, whatever you want to call it, has like a very strong monopoly on rare diseases and pregnant women over in Korea. And they're expanding globally through Hippocrat. Very cool to see. Genomes DAO, that is 23andMe on steroids. You get paid for getting your genomes sequenced. And then, of course, you guys are fully aware of my enthusiasm behind Dynex. It is Quantum as a Service, QoS. QoS is very, very powerful. You can get it on AWS. I don't even I go off on tangents all the time on Dynex. And Yeti's here, so I have to butter it up a little bit extra. Data Lake, which allows you to have, it allows the medical companies, the hospitals worldwide, but specifically in Poland and Europe, they have a ton of siloed data, and this is allowing access to that data through blockchain, so you can have zero knowledge proof so that people's identities don't get disrupted and they can actually give consent to using their data. Valley DAO for synthetic biology, climate change, hemp knitwear. They're going to use hemp to create a clothing line. We have AimX, which is like going to the doctor in VR. AimX is like the metaverse meets DeSci, which is why I wasn't super vocal or bullish on them, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. I think we're too early for the metaverse. I think the metaverse will take off once things like quantum computing is taking off. but that's a whole nother tangent. And those are their 12 picks. My biggest qualm with this article is that you will not find Noble Blocks anywhere on this, which is just disrespectful. Put some respect on the name, ladies and gentlemen. Noble Blocks, but March 2023. Was Noble even around then? What day is this? All right, fine. I'll accept it. This graphic was March 6th, 2023. Noble Blocks was not yet live. It wasn't launched, so I'll respect it. They don't have it on the list because it didn't yet exist. That's actually crazy to think that Noble Blocks isn't even a year old. It feels like it's been alive for a decade. It has used a decade of my energy, that's for sure. And this pump lately, juicy, juicy, juicy. But not bullish, IMO, yeah. And then, of course, Athena Dow just sent us over the baby article that was posted on Binance. So very, very bullish to see. Baby, the OG DeSci meme coin. DeSci meme coins be popping off lately. Baby was the first one. A little bit of a rocky start to it, but all things are good now. It's Baby on base. Baby. Sitting at a $2.4 million market cap. It is a volatile one for sure. A lot of DeSci right now kind of looks like this. On a very small time frame, they're all forming their own little wedges and they're trying to come to the end of it. Like you go look at Riff and Euro, they don't necessarily have wedges forming right now, but they are at support right now pretty aggressively. And it looks like things are pretty bullish for them. We go look at Data Lake. Data Lake having a good solid pullback back to the previous little support here. Again, I'm hoping that this event does the same thing it did last year. Because if so, then we are literally just at the beginning of a little baby S-curve at Get Baby. Bullish. Saw something new. Any thoughts on Mudo DNA? I do have some thoughts. Huge crossover. DeSci DAO's collab with changing healthcare system. Collab will change healthcare systems. I agree. Very much agree. Muscle. Got it. Bullish. We can watch if we hold 10K RSC. Yes, C90. My lip is really hurting bad, so this will be good for my lip too. I need to not be talking as much. Have I showed you guys my lip? Let me do a poll over on YouTube if you guys want to see my lip. Do you want to see my lip cut? It's pretty nasty. I'm doing the poll over on YouTube. Do you want to see my lip cut? Yes or no? It's healing up pretty nicely, so it's not as bad as it was, but it's a little bit of a squeamish warning. It is some of the most, I have like chronic back pain, and I will say that this has made me not remember that I have chronic back pain because it hurts so damn badly. Let's go through and look at some more. I want to see Bitcoin dominance while you guys are voting on that. Because Bitcoin dominance, I'm pretty sure, ripped up to all time. Oh my God. That's not even, oh, it's the 1 minute. I thought this was the daily. Okay. I was like, that's not even fair. What the fuck? No. All right. So Bitcoin dominance still pushing aggressively. I'm hoping that this, I've been saying it for a while. I'm hoping this is the top area of Bitcoin dominance, but it looks like it's going to continue to push higher. So we have bull runs in the altcoin and specifically the DeSci markets when we see dominance come down, right? So anytime dominance is pushing up higher, it's Bitcoin taking over the industry. Bitcoin dominance been pushing up. This is an hourly chart. So for the last several hours, Bitcoin dominance has been skyrocketing. And you can come look and see that most of the altcoins that I at least pay attention to are having a very hard time. Even if we come over to the coin market cap and look at the broader markets right now, Bitcoin up 1.29%, $94,000 just about. Ethereum's down, Solana's down, BNB is down, Dogecoin is down, Cardano is up. What the fuck? Cardano's up. Tron down, Sheeb down, AVAX down, TON down, Sui down. You know, it's just a sea of red outside of Bitcoin, and that's okay. This is part of the cycle. We are in the phase of the cycle where we fight for a Bitcoin dominance peak. Eventually it will peak, and eventually it will start breaking down. And when that happens, we will see the altcoins go bananas. Now, somebody asked about ticker DNA with Mudo. I mean, no disrespect to them. I've not talked to them. I have no true information on what's going on over there. I do think that they look like a real company. It's a little bit sus to me when companies or projects pop out of nowhere on my radar, because ultimately I pay attention to everything in DeSci. So if I didn't see something before it officially went live and started raising funds, it gives me a little bit of a red flag. However, it doesn't mean it's not a good thing. I didn't like the valuation, and I didn't like that they just popped up out of nowhere. Data Lake made a partnership with them, but Data Lake partners with everyone. So it's like, I mean, not just everyone, but also Data Lake, your intern needs a raise. If you know, you know. If you know, you know, but your intern needs a raise. Yeah, don't miss out on the pre-sale, but the pre-sale was at a $33 million valuation, and for me, it was just a little bit too high. But everyone be throwing money like crazy at it. I mean, everything be popping off like a madman. Even Biohacker DAO. I thought this was going to be a long time before their pre-sale finalized. Boy, was I mistaken. It's a good name. It had raised $100,000 when they closed round one, and then now they've raised over $1 million. So look at that. Look at that. You guys just decided this is the next one you're going to pump like crazy. I don't know how many of you guys are saving any kind of funds for the Poseidon presale, but all right, let's see. We got 64% said yes, you want to see my lip. So I will come in close to the screen and show you guys my lip cut. Hopefully it doesn't destroy the metrics, but can you see it? It hurts to talk. It hurts so much to talk. There's a lot of DeSci people in here right now. Do any of you guys know what's wrong with me? It was because when I was eating, and I said it yesterday and the day before, but I was eating a calzone and I got a little too excited and I bit straight through my lip and I felt my teeth clink between it, and there's two holes in both of them. Every time I bite my lip, this happens, and it fucking hurts so bad. I keep putting numbing cream on it, but then I'm like, Yes, exactly, C90. Mamma mia. That's gross, dude. It's disgusting, and it hurts. It's like an instant infection. Might want to get blood work done. No, Don. What are you, my doctor? What are you, my mom? What the hell, Don? It's funny because viewership went up when I showed my lips, so maybe I just need to... All right, some things are inside thoughts. Yeah, let's... Again, I'm gonna keep it a little bit shorter of a live stream because I have something very important that I need to do, and it's time sensitive. And so if you guys have questions right now, spam them in the chat. If you guys want to go over anything that's happening in the space, put it in the chat right now. Let's have a good discussion on what's going on. And yeah, let's make some good science, baby. Let's make some good science. Everything will be okay. There. It's okay. Spit in this tub. Is there a D sore on the lip? You guys are too much. Galeon is also a game changer. EHR Revolution Insights. I didn't look too much into Galeon. I did not. Galleon, however you pronounce it. I kind of picked the ones that I really resonated with at first, and I've been riding them, and it turns out that those were some of the biggest ones. I don't have 10K RSC. The event is starting in 30 minutes. I did not get permission to live stream it, unfortunately, and they token gated it for a reason. There will be content that comes from it, I do know that, but for now it is token gated, and so I apologize, but I'm not going to overstep that boundary. Do I think Euro can 10x? I think it could 10x. What's the market cap? 42 million? Yeah. No, I do think Euro 10x's. I do. 400 million? I think it's got a 10x, very simply, to be honest. Tried to find support here, kind of got rejected, coming back down. It hopefully finds support here right now, but for the time being, it is in a little bit of a free fall, which is not super happy to see because it was up so much. But the fly experiment is going to be ending here pretty soon, which is probably why people are selling it off. I don't know if people remember that the mouse experiment is coming. Like, that was not it. That wasn't all that was going to be there. It's not just a 1 month fly experiment. You got the mouse experiment coming next. Oh, they lost one of the flies. That's why it went down. They lost a fly. No. The speed. So the speed of the fly, they can lose one fly. That doesn't mean anything. The speed of the flies is higher than the control. And the distance is about the same, actually. The distance that they've moved is about the same. But the flies are faster, so they just gave them, like, amphetamines. Not really. It's not amphetamines, but the mice are going to begin potentially, like, the mice can begin any day. I don't know what day the mice experiments are going to begin, but the mice can begin any day because they already hit the milestones needed. Some people calls it scam, but I don't want to believe that. What happens when the experiments are complete? Good questions, good questions. TradSci publishing 10 billion plus 40% margins, bullish for research and noble. But yeah, bullish for research and noble. You see that whale selling research every 2 minutes? Thank that whale. Truly, from the bottom of my heart, that whale just gave everyone an opportunity to get into something before it 10 to 50x's. Like it was literally on track to start going, and they're giving people the first entry. Not financial advice, of course, but this is the first dip in a massive, massive rally. So thank you, truly, whale. Thank you. And noble for sure, bullish. So some people call it a scam, but I don't want to believe that. Ultimately, the people who are calling decentralized science a scam are just ignorant, and that's okay. Everyone is ignorant until they get educated, which is why it's important that we know what's going on so that we, as DeSci shillers, can educate them. Because yes, the tokens are fun, but the tokens are just a representation of something else that's happening, which is much, much bigger. And so you need to be educated and well-versed on what decentralized science is so that when you get met with those things that are those people who are calling something a scam, you can say, hold up, wait a minute. If you just take a second, research it, you'll find out that this is in fact the exact opposite of scams. This is exactly the opposite. They're trying to prevent scams, change the industry for the better, and prevent people from getting taken advantage of. They're not trying to take advantage of people. So it's totally fine. The flies go home and live in a fulfilling retirement. Yes, that is what happens at the end of the experiment. The flies go home, they go hang out with their kids, and they get to live a nice, healthy life. A fly's lifespan is, I believe, like 30 days normally. I think these flies are of a different breed that only live for like a week or two. So the experiment is a week or two long. It's until they all die. It's a little bit disappointing to see them all in test tubes, to be honest, but that's whatever. They live in these tubes for a little bit of time, and then they die. And then we go into the mice experiment, because we've already received funding to do the mouse experiment, and then they'll live and they'll live stream the mice, and then the mice will die, and then they're supposed to go on to humans, I believe. and then we'll live stream the humans, and then the humans will die, and then we'll have, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding on that part. It'll go on to humans, and if everything is successful, then these compounds become little therapies, little medicines or drugs or supplements that people can take, and then revenue from the supplement will go towards a token burn for the respective tokens. So that's kind of the model. Who knows how far we'll go, because these are very small molecules that don't usually get stuff like this happening to them. It's kind of like the whole point of this is to memify the scientific process a little bit, make it kind of a meme for people. A lot of the scientists hate what's going on here, but they hate us because they ain't us. They wish their real science was to pop off like these two did. But this is a liquidity generation event for people. It's crazy. Plus, it's fun, guys. It's fun. It's a funnel. Okay? It's a very easy model to understand if people would just take a step back and understand that their opinion doesn't really matter. It's a matter of the opinion of the masses. People, there's a lot of ego all over the place, and I get it. Sometimes I'm ego driven too, and it's painful. But ultimately, as an individual, your opinion does not matter at all. It's the opinion of the masses that matters, especially when you're dealing in a decentralized network and something that's decentralized in nature. And so the masses right now want memes. That's what they want right now. That's what's been popping off in the market. They want cults, they want memes, they want stuff like that. So that's where the money is flowing. The money is a representation of social attention, social capital, stuff of that nature. And so by making something fun and exciting, you get attention. You get that social capital, okay? And then from there, you can funnel it and sort through it and figure out who is here. Now that people know of DeSci, they can come to the more legitimate things. Now that people know what's happening in the industry, or that even know the industry exists, now you can grow. It's a funnel. It's a very, very easy concept to understand, but people are very resistant to it when they're driven by ego. And I get it. Again, I get it. But this is one of the best things, if not the best thing that happened to decentralized science, is memeing a little bit of what's going on here. Because life's too serious sometimes. You gotta have fun and just kind of laugh. Now, I do wish they had built little oases for these flies so they weren't just in a tube. I wish they had little gardens with a waterfall and like a little piece of rotting meat in the corner so they could eat it and enjoy life. But I was not consulted before doing the experiment. Ridiculous. Okay. Your time is your most valuable asset, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's a short live stream, but I got to get going. I have something very important I got to do. I will see you guys in tomorrow's live stream. Pay attention to what I post today. Pay attention. I got something cooking for you. Pay attention to it very closely. And bring a friend to stream day tomorrow. All right? Bring a friend to stream. All right. Peace.